Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can hear.
Okay. Let me start. So let me. Okay, so yesterday we have seen about the concept called roles concept, like the based upon the person who is logging to the Jenkins one. So based upon the role assigned to the person, he belongs to the development team, other whether he belongs to the testing team, he belongs to other project, we can have the restrictions at the person who is logging, except the admin. Remaining all the persons, we can set the roles here. And the next thing is like we can set the roles for the person who is working in, and also we can set the roles under the job level also. Okay, as we seen yesterday, if you are logging with non-user, so if you want to provide the option to don't want to delete the job, so don't want to give the configure options, only the view option if you want to give it. So those type of options also we can do it in the managing the roles. Okay, so that we have seen it. Now today we are going to see the important concept master and slave. So what is mean by master and slave? Okay, so as the number of jobs are going to increase. For example, we have one project is running in this master mission. For example, 500 jobs are running. So tomorrow new project comes into picture. So again, they may have 300 to 500 jobs are running. So like that, as the projects are increasing, the number of jobs, duplicate jobs, testing jobs means for POC works, so they can create a dummy jobs also. So like that, as many the number of jobs are increasing, so what will happen? The performance of the system will goes down. So in that case, what we can do? So whatever the master mission is there. So what are the jobs which are running? For example, we have configured here 1000 jobs, right? So I don't want to configure the, so 1000 jobs are running in the system. So in the future, if it is adding again one more 1000 jobs, so the performance of the system will goes down because the system can handle up to 500 to 700 jobs based upon the resources. Either we need to upgrade the server or we need to decrease some burden on the server. So I don't want to do the any configurations in the master machine. So what I can do, I can create one more server. But here we are not going to install any Jenkins here. Not installing, but we are going to integrate this mission to the master machine. So some of the jobs which are running in this mission, so we can move or we can run the some jobs in the other machine. So wherever the Jenkins is installed, so that machine we are going to call it as a master machine. And where if we are not installing any Jenkins, but we are doing the integration from the other machine to the Jenkins. So this machine we are going to call it the slave machines. So in the real-time scenario, we can have a multiple slave machines are there. Okay, so in that case, what we will do, so as many number of jobs are going to increase, what I will do, I don't want to run the jobs in the master machine. So I can run some jobs in the node 1 machine, some jobs I can run to the node machine 2. So in future, if you want to create one more machine, so we can create one more machine and we can do the integration from the master to the node to the master will do it. So how many jobs it is running to don't want to decrease the performance of the system. So we can run some of the jobs like the work of the master machine can be shared across the node machine. Okay, so in that cases, the node machines also, slave machines also, certain projects like if it is an old project, I want Java 1.6 only. So Maven this thing only, Gradle this versions only. Specific versions if you want to maintain it. So in this machine, specific versions we will install it Java 1.6. So Maven specific version. Okay. Gradle's certain version, we will install it. So only for this particular project, particular jobs, if you want to run in the particular node machine, so we can configure the node machine in a such way that, so what are the required softwares required to run the particular project? So we can also install those softwares in this particular machine. We are not going to install the Jenkins here. Just we will do the integration from the slave machine to the master. So in the interview question, they will ask it. So did you work on the master and slave concept? So yes, you can tell that master, why we require the master and slave. So in order to decrease some burden on the master machine, so we are going to introduce the concept called node machine. So we are not going to install the Jenkins in the node. Just we are doing the integration from the node to master, and also for the specifically to the particular project with the specific versions are required. So we can also choose the node machine so that the project related jobs we can run in the particular node machine. Okay. So how to do this integration, all these things we will see now. Okay. So before that, so whatever the current IP is there. Okay. So you can go to the manage Jenkins. Okay. So if you go to the configure system, so here we can see the Jenkins URL. So always if we are doing the integration from one machine to another machine, so we can integrate via URL. So whatever the current URL is there, so if it is not matching with the Jenkins URL only, it will take it. Just we need to cross check these two things. So whatever the current URL we are using, and in the configure system, so what is the current URL? So you can come here and just update the. Okay, same thing, http://43.206.152.251:8080. Okay, so just apply it, save it. Okay, so this is the one we can do it, and we are also having the roles we are enabling it. So for this one, we don't require the roles, we are enabling it. So, okay, this one. Okay, so if you are going to do the integration from here, so we are going to install some agent here. Okay, so the agent and everything, the file will be given from the master only. So if you want to, the port which the agent is running, so defaultly it is disabled mode, so we need to enable it. So that is also available in the configure global security. So here agents is there, so defaultly it is disabled is there. Just we'll select random port, you select it, apply, save it. Okay, so same thing if you are doing. Okay, so next thing is go to the Jenkins server, go to the security tab. So we need to verify whether all traffic is enabled or not. So then only we can do it, because when you are doing the integration from other server to other server, the TCP ports which you should be enabled, so that we need to have all traffic here. So in order to do the integration, what we will do, just we will launch one server here. Okay, so we can call it as a slave server. Okay, so slave server will take it out. So default, all the settings will do the same thing. So click on launch instance. Okay, this is a slave server. So we will also go to the security group of this thing. So the current security group is launch wizard 1. So we will open the link in the new tab. So we will inbound rules. We will edit it, add room, all traffic. Save the rules. That's it. So in both the security groups of both the servers, Jenkins server and slave server, so we have enabled all the ports. If you are doing the integration, okay, so here all traffic is enabled. So if you go to the slave server, so here also we have all traffic is enabled. Okay, so now in order to make the slave server to do the communication from the slave server to the master machine, so how to register this server. Okay, so now in the admin section, go to the manage Jenkins. So here we have the manage nodes and clouds are there. So we can go to the manage nodes. So this is a master machine. So if you want to have a new machine, so just we'll click on the new node. New name is, we can put any name. slave server. Okay. So if it is a project related thing, something like a node. Okay. So for our understanding purpose, we will give the naming conventions properly. Okay. So now we are using slave server. Okay. So mark it as a permanent agent. We can create. Okay. So this is the configurations we can perform under the slave server. So here, remote root directory, this is very important. So when you are running any job in the slave machine, so where you want to create your workspace in this particular folder. So create one folder in this slave machine so that whenever you are running the Jenkins job also on this particular machine, so where you want to create the workspace. So that workspace we need to specify here. Okay, slash home slash EC2 user slash testing. Okay, so I want to make all my home directory or workspace I want to create under the testing folder. So home EC2 user testing folder is there. So this folder will copy it and we will maintain the same folder in the my slave machine. Okay, so same thing, label name also we can put as a any label name. Why we require the label name? So I will show you the job. So why we require this label name. Okay, so remaining all the configurations are same. That's it. But if you see the master machine, so there is no cross mark here in the master machine. But when it comes to the slave machine, so it is a wrong mark, means this slave machine is offline. So in order to make the online, you can click here. So we need to run this command in the node machine. So once you run this node command in the node machine, okay, so the agent will be up and you are able to connect to the node machine to the master machine. Okay, so here they are telling to run the Java command. So in order to run this Java command, so Java should be there in that particular machine, node machine. That is the only the prerequisite is we need to run it. So remaining the things are, so it is expecting some agent.jar and .jlp file. So these two things are required. So agent.jar is a link file. Just click here. You will get the agent.jar. Okay, so now we will go to the server. Okay, so go to the slave server, copy it, Control V, SSH, authenticate, browse, testing. So colors, use system colors, appearance change to open. Accept this. Okay, so login as a EC2 user. So this is a fresh system. So we haven't performed anything till now. So if you see the history, so you can see history command, nothing is there. So as it's a fresh system, just I'm updating the system by using a sudo yum update -y. Okay, so now system got updated. So it is expecting the folder creation path. So whenever we want to run the job, so here if you see home EC2 user, so wherever your workspace is there, so the workspace is here we want to create it. So this folder should be existed. So just we'll create a make directory testing. Okay, so if you go to the testing, so PWD if you check it, so home EC2 user testing is there. So that should be whenever you are running the job in the slave machine, so it should create the workspace here. So next thing is, so Java command we are going to run it. So this Java related thing, what we need to do. So if you want to run this command, Java should be there in this slave machine. So Java, we will type it. We don't have Java, just we will install sudo yum install Java. That's it. So it will pull the latest version and it will run it. Okay, so now Java got installed. Okay, so it is expecting when you're typing the command here, it is expecting the agent.jar also. So in the current folder, we don't have the agent.jar. So how can we copy it? So if you go to the downloads folder, okay, so here you can see the agent.jar. So this one we want to copy it. So how can we copy the files? We can copy the files by using the FileZilla. So we can open the FileZilla. So we can connect to this server, slave server, just to copy the IP address, file, site manager. So here we need to select the SSH file transfer protocol. So host details, we will enter our host details. And here we have the login type is there. So we are going to set the key file. We have only the PPK and PEM file will be there with us. So we always choose the key file. So the default username for all the Linux servers is EC2 user, EC2 user. Key file is testing.ppk only. So where is your PPK file? Just select the PPK file. So click on connect. Okay, so left side is our local machine, right side is our server. So if you see the testing folder, so testing folder, nothing is there. Now I'm copying, drag and drop I'm doing. So if I'm doing drag and drop, so if you do ls, so we can see that agent.jar. Okay, so that agent.jar is there. So next what we will do, just we will run this command. That's it. So if you are running this command, if you are getting agent is connected. So if you are getting the connected message means we are good to go. So you can see this. Okay. Still it is offline. So now I'm going to run this command using the sudo java-jar. So agent.jar is there in the current folder only. So that's the reason I'm running the command here. So Java also we have running it. So home folder, home user testing is there. So that is also there. So this is the server URL. That URL is the master URL. So everything is there. Just will run the things. So you can see we have connected successfully. Now we can go to the master machine and we can type it. Now you can see the red mark has been gone. So now we are successfully integrated from slave machine to the master machine. Okay. So only the agent.jar should be there. So if you see the, so click on the duplicate session, login as a EC2 user. Okay. So if you see the history, so we have seen the history we can see in this mission only. So nothing we have done. So we have created one folder and we have installed the Java and we have copied the agent.jar file in this particular folder. That's it. So now if you want to run the job in this machine only, if you want to run it. So now if you go to the nodes, so how the master machine is up and running, same thing now the slave machine also it's up and running. So now see agent is connected. So now we have successfully established a communication between the master and the node machine. In the node machine, we are not installing any Jenkins, anything. Just we have installed the Java and we have copied the agent.jar. So with that, we can able to communicate it. So we need to be careful while you are typing it. So this IP address under the configure system, the IP address should be matching. So if you're not matching, you will get errors. You are not able to connect it. Okay. So we have restarted multiple times. That's the reason new IP address is coming. Okay. So now if you go to the manage Jenkins and manage nodes, slave server. Now I want to run this job in the particular machine. Okay. So now this Java build job is there. So now I want to run this job in the slave machine. Okay. So if you see the slave machine, so if you see the remoting, okay. So nothing is there. Now what we need to do? So I want to run this particular job in the particular slave machine, not in the master machine. So you can have the concept called restrict where this project can be run. So I want to restrict that this job should be run in the particular slave machine. Okay. So whatever the label name you have given here. So under the configure option, if you see, so what are the label name we have given? So if you pass the label name, automatically the label name will comes. So you can apply, save it. Okay. So if any Git related options, like if you are integrating build options, anything Git options, you are doing it. So if you are doing any build activities, anything you are doing it. So same software should be also available in your node machine. Okay. So now I'm applying it and save it. Okay, so now I'm clicking on the build now. So now 10th build has to be run. So it is not running on the master current machine. So it is able to run in the slave machine. So if you see the console output, so git clone error, it is not able to do it because the git is not there in the current machine. So what I can do, so I can remove the git operation. Currently just applying the job and click on build now. Okay, so now 11th build is success. So now you can come here and check the things. Okay, so cd//. So previously we have the remoting folder is there. Now we got the workspace. So now workspace is under testing folder only. So if you see the workspace, you can see our job is built in the slave machine, not in the master machine. So if you want to build any activities related to the project, so if you want to run the particular slave machine also, we can run it. Same thing if it's Java project, if you want to run it, so already Java is there. Okay, so just we need to install Git and Maven should be installed if you want to run your project. Okay, so Git is expecting because while we're cloning it, we are connecting to the slave machine, not to the master machine. Okay, so sudo yum install Maven also we will install it. Do it. Okay, so now clear the screen. Now you can check all the versions in the slave machine also. Git version, Maven version. Okay, so Java will comes with Maven also. So you can check the two things. Now I will go to the same job. So I will go to the configure option now. So same configurations like I want to run the same job in the slave machine, not in the master machine. So I can select the source code. So I can go to the github.com. So I can go to the, okay. So copy this URL, paste it. Okay, so execute shell is there. So I can go with top level Maven targets. Okay, so we can run clean install compile package. Okay, apply and save it. Okay, so click on below option. So now if you see, so the current job is running on the, if you see at the top, okay, so building remotely on the slave server. Slave server is nothing but it is running on our slave machine. Okay, so if it is an error is coming, it will show the console output error. So how we are running the same job in the master machine, same kind of a job we can run in the node machine. Okay, so now the build is got success. Okay, so previously when you run the same build before configuring your slave machine, so the build got failed here. Okay, so now after configuration, the build is success. Now you can go to the slave machine and check the same thing. Okay, so here also we got the target folder and we can also see this thing. Okay, so if you want to see the timings and everything, we can see the timings and everything here. Okay, so like that, as per the system timing, it is taking out. So now like that. If you want, if you delete also, it will create it everything. Okay, so like that we can, based upon the project, they will ask us to create a separate node server. So I want these versions like Ant or Maven or Gradle, anything. So I want to go with the specific versions. So those versions only required for my project. So when you are running this project, choose the particular node machine, they will ask it. Okay, so as a project wise, they can create a separate nodes, and the project related jobs we can specifically run in a particular node machine. Just we are not installing the Jenkins. So remaining all the things like Java, software installations, any software installations we can do in the slave machine. Okay. So if you want to globally call these variables inside your Jenkins job, so here in the slave machine also we have the options. Okay. So if you want to define any environment variables, so name variable, like if you want to specify your Java home variable, so like that we can zip. Okay. So where you want to pull your Java home, we can define the environment variables. And if you want to have the tools also, so we can add the respective tools. Okay. So what is the default home path? So if you sometimes what we will do, if you are not installing anything, so this from this reference also we can take it the entire path. If you are not taking any path in your server, so we can take the path in the node machine. Okay. So like this. This is also will be helpful for us. Okay. So these are the configurations we can do it for the slave machines. So like how master machine is there. Same thing, we have n number of slave servers are there. Just we need to run this command in the slave machine and we can connect to the master machine. Okay. Understood this? Any doubts, any questions? Okay, so next concept is like through CLI also we can run the things. So there is one more option called CLI. So if you want to run any commands through CLI also, we can run. So how we are creating a new item, how we are clicking on the build job options. Same thing also we can have the options to build now. So suppose the job is there. So instead of running here build now option, so how we are executing the remotely, same thing also we can do through CLI. Okay, if you want to create a new job, so this is the way we can create the job. Okay, so just we require the Jenkins CLI.jar. So whenever you are seeing the link file, just click the link file and the CLI jar will be there. So what we can do, so we can copy to the server. So just refresh it. Still it's downloading. Okay, now it got downloaded. So you can see Jenkins CLI.jar is also there. So we have this jar. So if you want to run the commands, the jar should be executed here. So already we have connected to the server. So to test this functionality, what we can do, just we'll copy this jar. Okay, same testing folder. So we can take the duplicate session here. So clear the screen, we can do the ls. So if you go to the testing folder, so here we got the Jenkins CLI jar. So if you are running any commands, that command should be properly aligned. So Java if and jar should be. So if you want to create a new job name, so if you want to create any new job name, so here I have a multiple jobs are there. So if you want to create a new job name, so DevOps project, I want to create it. So what I can do, so the URL will be say under the name place. So we can create DevOps project. Okay. So this WebSocket is not required. This is not mandatory. So we can go to the create job. Okay. Copy this. You can refresh and check the page here. So we don't have the DevOps project is there. So from through same CLI, we can run it. Okay. Java if and jar. Okay. So if it is not working, we will apply the sudo. Okay. So if it is not working, so we will apply the sudo. This much time it will not take. So let me try. Will take some time. Wait for 2-3 minutes, guys. Okay. So meanwhile, we'll try one more commands also. Not only this. So we will create job also. We will left like this only. So it will take some time. So we will run other commands also. So go to the manage Jenkins. Go to the CLI. So if you want to trigger any job, create a job, create a go, delete a job, enable a job, get node, run job. So we need to check the run job. Build. Okay. So build option is used to build your job. Okay. So Jenkins job. Same thing. So WebSocket build job name. So I want to run same Java build job. I want to run it. So copy this. Same thing. So here we need to see what is the current bill number. So current bill number is 12. So I want to trigger 13th bill number. So what I can do, so I can go to here. So open LinkedIn, duplicate session. Login as EC2 user. So CD testing ls. So here we can apply the sudo, that command we can write. And also job image test build. Okay, so it has triggered it. So you can see that the build has started automatically. Okay, so I haven't triggered the job. So automatically through CLI command also we can trigger the job. Okay, so now you can refresh. So that is the build has started. Same thing if you run one more command one more time. Okay, so now 14th build will be started automatically. Okay, you can see. Okay. Okay, so same thing, we can create a job name also. So it is taking some time actually, but it will create it. So not only this, so if you want to delete any job or anything, same thing we can go here. We can apply a number of things. So if you want to delete a job, so delete job, job name. Same thing we can apply this command. So value is nothing but here, name of the job which you want to delete it. So take this command, just will align accordingly, and we will delete the job. Okay, so take here dashboard. So I don't want to give the test to deploy. So I can take this now name and I can value here. Okay, so copy this, paste here. Okay, it has deleted successfully. So now you can come here, check the dashboard checks. Okay, so test to deploy job has been won. So if you want to delete the same thing like test to build also, so we can take the job name. Test to build. Okay, so now you can see that the dashboard. So if you want to create a new job also, we can create it, we can update it, we can build it, we can deploy it. So go to the CLI. So these many operations we can performing it. So if you want to do any kind of activity, we can delete it. So if you want to delete the node also, we can delete the node. Okay, so what are the slave server is there? So if you want to delete the entire configurations, like, so you can go to the manage Jenkins. So go to the manage nodes. So here slave server is there. So if you want to delete it, so if you want to delete the agent, we can click like this. So if you want to do the same activity through CLI, we can do like this. Delete node and value of the node we need to pass it so that it will be deleted. Okay. This picture. Okay. So I hope understood the concept of the CLI. Any doubts, any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts? Okay, so if you don't have the doubts, so we are going to stop here. So next class, we'll see about the pipeline jobs, how to create the pipelines. That is very important. Okay. Thank you, guys.